Talk to me about the challenges you were facing right before we started talking.
Um, Probably the biggest thing was getting consistent leads.
Yep.
And then towards the end of our partnership with the other company, they kind of just started dying down. And there wasn't enough leads. And then they were kind of switching directions. So it was kind of time. They kind of said that, hey, we're switching direction. You can either continue using like our software, but we're no longer going to be using, we're no longer going to be doing marketing. So it was just time to find somebody. Came across your ad on Instagram, but so I reached out to you guys.
And then we had a conversation. And in that moment, what was it that got you to move forward, I guess?
Your sales skills.
Nice.
But no, honestly speaking, it was probably just the 6 month kind of reassurance kind of deal. But then you also kind of said that, hey, I got your back. So I mean, if something happens, like just let me fund your wake,
Yep.
and it's fun.
And you shot your pants for about 2 months, right?
Yeah, because like it dipped like dressed like it dipped by like a few thousand, and then I'm like, oh snap, but like we are in like the slow season. It was like November, December, and then like obviously high hopes for January. January came, we killed it, and I was like towards the end of January, I'm like, um there's no way we're going to beat the record for January and February, and we're on track to do it
Yeah, that's
by like
pretty.
a few grand. Yeah.
And now it was treacherous though, for sure. Like it was 2 months, and this is kind of why I wanted to bring you on here because every
Yeah.
once in a while there's a problem in the market, and like it takes time to identify what's happening, change up creatives, change up the copy, change up targeting. Um, but I think it was an alignment of both finding the appropriate targeting as well as you kind of opening up services a bit as well, correct?
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, we were just strictly like mobile detailing and ceramic coatings at the shop, and then just looking at the different shops that you guys were working with, and just seeing the way that the industry is moving. It's like it's inevitable. You
Yeah.
gotta, you gotta move forward with the industry if you want to make the big bucks. You have to. So we got lucky with the new employee, the business partner that I brought on. Luckily, he has 20 years of experience in that space, and it was everything lined up. I mean, it was just awesome. He needed something stable. He was going through like a rough time in his life, and I offered him the position. Best decision I could.
Yeah, awesome. And I remember me and you sitting in November and December, and you're a little worried. I'm like, hey man, we had a couple esoteric talks where like,
Yeah,
you need to focus on positivity here. You need to live in the live in the future and know that it's coming to you. And you did it.
yeah, yeah. It was honestly the one thing that what I liked about Creators Collective was the change in my mentality,
Mm.
like the way I was looking at things, like because like I had like there were like obviously tough times before that, like with other companies, and like you get used to them, but like and each time is different. And then like towards the end, I'm like, man, I don't know if this is gonna work. Like I don't know, like is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? And then like January came, you took care of me there, really helped me out. Um, and then it was like, okay, I think we're on the right track.
Yeah.
So
I think
yeah,
the
it's
biggest
just
thing for
it's
me
all
and
in your head.
for me and seeing how you were responding to all the outside pressure. I mean, you're a young business owner, and I was kind of thinking about what it was like when I was your age and what that position was like. And you're a stud as it is, but sometimes you just need a little bit of pressure release. And I think that that is what ultimately sets you up for a fruitful January. And already we're 6 days into February, it's looking pretty good, man.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, the goal, I literally, like, I don't know, like, you know, if I'm dreaming big or not, but the goal is like this year to hit that number that I've been wanting to hit.
Oh yeah.
So, like,
It's
not even double, like, way past that. So,
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing that I've had to learn on my own as an entrepreneur as well, is that your mental state really affects what comes to you at the right times. And it's really rewarding to see you break through, because I've noticed this in so many people's lives recently, that are around me, friends, team members, employees as well, and clients, of course, is that everybody's getting pushed up right to their breaking point. And the ones that break lose. And the ones that push through and say, no, I can do this, and they decide to open themselves up, they're the ones that are winning. And they're not just winning by 1.5x, they're winning big, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's good to see you taking a hold of that, man. And I think ultimately taking responsibility for yourself. And let's also give a lot of kudos to you, because you've been very receptive to criticisms, to education. You're actively asking for it. I think that's what separates a good business owner as well. Did the call review help you?
Yes, it did. It did. It did for sure. It kind of like made me like pay attention to like, it's not just about like getting my because at the end of the day, it's all about sales, and that's what I've. You guys always preach like, not you specifically, but like a theme of like, let us take care of the marketing. You work on the business, not in the business. And that's kind of like where I was like trying to get my head wrapped around for like the first 2 months, is like, how the heck am I going to do that? But now it's like starting to shape up. Now it's like, okay, well, I got my honeymoon coming up. This is going to be that week, like that. Hey, they're going to have to run it. Like we need to set like the standing operating procedures now, because I'm not going to be picking up the phone.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, and then like moving closer to summer, obviously I'm expecting at least double what we have planned for right now. So like, I know, I mean, handling the work is easy. Just the biggest part is sending it my way, because I literally, like, I'm not joking. I have 3 or 4 people on standby just waiting for like a call, like, hey, you're on, kind of deal. But another thing that's cool is like, I was thinking about it over the weekend. Like, I'm actually able to provide a full-time job to 2 guys. One of them has 5 kids,
Nice.
and the other one is, he's my best friend. The one that was learning to, he's still learning to window tint. He's getting married in a little over a month. Me and him are both getting married almost at the same time, and like I'm able to help him save up for his wedding, basically. And then this guy is able to make a pretty good income. He's making pretty good money.
Yeah.
So it's just that's probably the thing that I'm happiest about. I'm just honestly, the only thing I'm kind of just kind of thinking about is if for it to be consistent. But I mean, I know from this point forward, um, we should be good, because it's going to be like the spring and summer months.
Yeah. We're in the middle of winter right now. So we're looking up from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is part of the creator's journey, and that's not, there's some pun intended there, but it's when I say creator, I mean business owner, somebody who doesn't just create a job for themselves, they create jobs and stability for other people. And we bear the brunt of that force in not knowing where the next paycheck is always coming from, right?
Yep.
We bear that responsibility to provide safety and comfort for those who seek it, and for who want to help us pursue our dreams. And it's a very noble pursuit. So kudos to you, dude. Let me ask you, what would you say to somebody who is like you, who we may be talking to, right? That's not in your service area, and they're not sure if they want to work with us. What would you say to them?
I would say definitely have to give it a chance. You probably have better luck. You're gonna have better looks spending that premium price of Creators Collective compared to the other companies, but it's premium for a reason.
Mm,
Like, you're don't be afraid of the price point, because like you're gonna see your money
yeah.
pretty quick. Like, it might be hard first 1 to 3 months, depending on a few different things. But if you're able to kind of switch that mentality, um, of a $10,000 per month business to like a 50,000 per month, or like 100,000 per month business, there's no better company than this. I'm sure, like, because you guys work with different shops, you work with different shops, you've helped businesses grow, and you see like the big numbers. You only work with like the big boys. So like, if you want to become a big boy, you gotta work with the big boys, kind of deal.
You're a big boy now.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
it. That feeling that you're talking about when you're providing stable income for your employees, I feel that way right now with you, where it's like, nice, he's breaking through. This is great.
Yeah, yeah, we'll get there. Hopefully, it's all going to go from here.
Beautiful, man. I guess some people will see this, so talk to them about what they should be on the lookout for from you. What are you changing up this year, and what are you going to achieve?
Well, happy to bring on what's it called? Basically, three new services: tinting, um, PPF, and then vinyl wrap.
Mhm.
And then also, oh, actually four because we're getting into residential and commercial, um, the homes. So I mean, I think you guys are still in the process of starting those ads,
Yeah.
but the GMBs are set up and everything. But um, that's just after sitting down and doing some numbers. I think that's going to be a good variety, because like if one service is going slow, you have those three different ones that are backing it up to keep that stable,
Yeah.
because stability is kind of key, but also growth as well, to keep that stable income or revenue each month. So honestly, at this point, it's just going to be scaling window tension, PPF, and then residential and commercial from here.
Awesome. One last thing that I'll probably just kind of like remix and throw into an earlier portion is like, how many leads a day are you getting right now?
It varies. Again, some of them are good, some of them are very bad.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's just a mix. Like some of them, like they're getting way better now. But I would say, man, a day, it's kind of hard to tell. I'd probably say anywhere between 5 and 10.
Okay, gotcha. And then a decent portion of those you're at least getting a hold of, moving forward with,
Yeah, yeah.
and then a smaller portion closing.
Right, and it does depend on your sales and all this stuff. But yeah, for sure. I mean, most of them are picking up the phone.
Yeah, that's good. Well, beautiful, dude. Let me just say thank you from myself and the creators team. I know we were going back and forth for a minute there, and it's super, super exciting to see you breaking through. And I look forward not just to your future success, but your future challenges, because I know that you can rise to the occasion, man. So
Yeah,
keep kicking ass, and thank you for taking the time to do this.
for sure.
We'll use it to spread the good word. So thank you again,
Yeah,
man. Appreciate you, bud.
you bet. You
All right,
bet.
well, you talk soon. Bye bye.
Bye.